Good day, I am Miss Nicole Carollo and I will be going to discuss my final output that I choose. So the lesson that I choose is the circumference. So the first part of the lesson plan is the learning objective. So here in the learning objective, this tells about the cognitive, psychomotor, and affective during the discussion. So for the second is the learning content. So the learning content is this tells about the skills that the learners will develop during this lesson. This also tells about the reference that I use and the materials that I will be needed in the class. And for the last is the value. This helps the students to identify and solve the problems. And now let's go for the third part of the lesson plan, the learning experience. So, the learning experience has three parts. So, for the first part is the preparatory activities. So, here in the preparatory activities, it also has three parts and the first part is the drill. So, for the drill is I use an activity for the class. This also called let's measure the circle, wherein the teacher will be divided the class into two groups. Then the teacher will pick a representative from each group, and the representative will be given a circular object where they can measure it using a string and a ruler. And the group who has the most measured in just 1 minute will be won. So in this picture, these are the materials that will be needed: the circular object and the ruler and string. So for the second part is the review. I will be given one activity from the past topic and the student will answer it. So I use the radius and diameter because this was the past topic that will be discussed before the circumference. And for the next is the motivation. I will be given a picture of circular object and the student will try to identify the different circles. So after identifying the circles, I will ask about this question. Do you know the circles, just like polygon, also have perimeter? How do we call the perimeter of a circle? And how do we solve for the distance around the circle? So for the second part of the learning experience is the developmental activities. Developmental activities has three parts also. So the first part is the presentation. So here in the presentation, I will show a table wherein they will study the table showing the diameters and circumference of the given circular object. So after studying the table that was presented, so I will also explain the circumference of circle and its formula. So here are the examples of solving the circumference of circles. So here in the two questions, I will ask the students to solve this problem. So for the next is the activity 1. Here I use a word problem solving and they will answer it using a circumference formula. This also include the second question. I will be given also a problem and they will try to solve the circumference of each circle says. So here are the activity 2. So in activity 2, I will be given a problem solving and they will try to solve them on how to find the diameter, length of curve, and its perimeter. For the strategy, I will also give them some problem solving. So they will try to find the perimeter of the quadrant and they will try to find the length of the curve of the wire. So next is the fixing skill. So here I will be given fill in the blanks problems and they will choose the answer on the box above. For the next is the generalization. So I will ask them some question that was related on the question that was in the fixing skills. And for the last part is the application. So for the application, I will be given a word problem and they will try to solve it using the diameter, length of curve, and their perimeter. And that's the end of my presentation. Again, I am Miss Irish Carollo and I hope you learned something about the circumference. So thank you and have a great day.